Good morning. How are all of you? Oh, there's Tommy. He kind of follows me all over the place. So today I have a controversial issue. Let's talk about furs. I know it's kind of a strange topic to talk about, right? But sometimes as a reseller, you happen to just get them, right? And I don't really need them or want them. What would you do with a fur if you got a fur? Would you just give it away? Would you bury it in the woods? Would you donate it back somewhere? Put it up for sale? What would you do with it? I'd really like to know. So come on along with me and we'll see what things are worth. Here's my dilemma. This is a box that I bought at auction. So this is actually two. These jars were another lot. So the rest of it is just the remainder of what I don't have listed or already sold. I just picked this up a couple days ago. Now I put the jars on top because my cat is attacking this thing. It's under here. Okay, so this is what my cat is going absolutely bonkers over. And it is a fur shawl. It's actually soft. It's really nice and soft. But unfortunately, like, I don't like listing these kind of things. So, and I definitely don't go out and purposely buy them, but some people do. So I thought we'd share a conversation and show you like what's out there to resell, or if you get something like this, you can sell it, you know. And would you sell this or would you get rid of it? Or would you donate it? What would you do with it? Here it is on a shawl, and it lays quite nicely like that. Like it would like a wrap. This is more like a collar shawl or something like that. You could attach it to a coat, or you could wear it just like this. Definitely different possibilities, and that's what that looks like. So, all right, let's go find and see what these are worth. Okay, so here I am in Terapeak on eBay. It's under the research tab here if you have a store, which I'm sure most of you probably know, but just in case you don't, that's where I find it. So here I just do 2 years up at the top, and then I go down and I sort it by average price sold and to the top. For me, I don't intentionally pick these up, but I do get fur items with a lot of antique and vintage buyouts that I do. So let's see what's here. So this one sold for $1,700. This is a lynx coat, and it does have a name brand. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this either because I don't like fur or want to promote like buying a fur, but I thought I'd just show you what is out there. Here is a vintage off-white cream, real genuine tails, Cape fur. Okay, so this is something that sold. This one sold for $645. So they took an offer for $100 off. Here's one that sold for $625, and it has a brand name, and it is a shawl scarf, and that's what that looks like. The one that I have that I got at auction is very small, so it's not quite like that, so I'm going to keep diving in. This one sold for $4.95 and almost $50 shipping. And this is actually, I would think this is rare if it's a white fox. And this is a bride cap gift, ivory white winter wedding. Okay, so another thing too is you can always find stuff like this nowadays in faux fur. And if I would want something similar, then I would go buy the faux fur. They actually look extremely real, and they do a really good job nowadays making things that look real. But it's actually like a faux fur, which is nicer to animals. If you like animals, you know, like I do, you're probably not going to want to go find something like this. But they are sold, you know, if they are sold if you want to rescue them from garage sales, from heading into the landfill or thrift stores, you know, a lot of that stuff gets thrown out. This one sold for $465, and this is a Bolero. I would think this is very 50s looking. This one sold for $392, and I kind of have to chuckle at this because at one time I actually had one that did look like this, but it was fake. But this part will go through this hole here. So when you look at them, you might think, oh, this is odd, like a half a blanket, or maybe it's not the whole thing, but this is actually like a cape, and it goes through a hole, and that's how you put it on. This is $835. And here's an example of what sold. And this one sold for $250 plus shipping. Oh my goodness. Oh, I cannot imagine wearing this. And here is a vintage Fendi real fur shorts made in Italy. Wow. Wow, I cannot imagine wearing that. That just really creeps me out. Oh, let me know. Would you actually wear these? Sold for $240 plus ship is this vintage Renaissance shoulder puppet made with real fur and its head moves. Oh, yuck. Oh my goodness, this is creepy. Look at this thing. That's what nightmares are made out of. And if you would like a nightmare, that one sold pretty well. $235. And here's another stole cape. This one's got a pretty piece of jewelry on it. They are beautiful, but you can get them in fake. But that is pretty. $224. Here's a vintage artisan miniature dollhouse. This is a little real fur dog. Maybe I'll start keeping my dog hair and then I can sell little miniatures too. Yay! Who wouldn't buy that? $220. I would say this is probably very 70s, 80s, somewhere like that, because I can remember my dad wearing these. And here is a woman's fur hat, trapper hat. It's funny because I can remember them being worn out. In colder climates, you know, they might still sell these out in the wild where you live, so they would probably keep you nice and warm. This one sold for $200 plus $40 shipping, and this is a leather fur studded shoulder bag wear. Oh, this thing looks like a nightmare to me too. But it did sell. Hey, how are ya? I'm finishing a video, just FYI. This one sold for $272 plus shipping. And this is another stole cape that you could find. And I would, some of these photos, I just have to laugh. Like, just back it up to a wall somewhere, because it would look a lot better. But hey, it's still sold, and sometimes this surprises me. eBay also has a background remover, so you could use that too. And nowadays, you could pretty much put your item almost anywhere and use the background remover, and it works pretty good. 170 vintage Persian tabby cat green eyes stuffed plush vintage animal. Oh, I don't know about where this video is going. This might actually just be a taxidermy item. I don't know. What do you think, everybody? What do you think about this one? I think this might be a stuffed cat. I mean, if it's fur, this could definitely be taxidermy. So, you know, where does that line really draw? You know, I have to wonder. This to me feels very much like a taxidermy, which I don't think you can sell on eBay. This sold for $170 and $55 shipping, and here is Italy real fur snow boots. And these people use the background remover, and that looks so much better than some of the other ones I've seen here on eBay. That looks great. That looks like a good photo. This one sold for $159, and here's some antique real fur gloves, bear. I think I'm gonna have nightmares after I do this video. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this one sold for $151.50 plus shipping, and this is an adorable vintage real lamb or alpaca fur jointed dog stuffed toy. I have to say that is cute. It is adorable, and I bet some kid really liked playing with that one. That is cute. And these sold for $150. Here is another toy, a mouse and a kitty cat made out of real fur. And actually seeing this, I think I might have had one similar growing up. So there are stuff like that. They do sell well if you happen to get some in a lot like I do and you want to sell them, definitely look up the comps. Or if you don't mind selling real fur, then that's something to look out for too. This is something that sold for $145 plus shipping, and here is a vintage Eskimo homemade doll, and this is signed by the artist. So even dolls can have fur on them that you might want to keep your eye out for eBay. So here's an item kind of similar to what I have, but mine is not as big. And here is a fur wrap collar. You could also find collars out there that you could find to resell, and that's what this one looks like. Okay, so that's going to end it for me now that I'm a little disturbed by real animal fur and the husband's home. So I am going to go, and I hope you all have a really good night. Have a good week, everybody. Bye. Oh my goodness, you didn't think I was really bearing a body, did you? Okay, sillies, we're in the garden. We're planting vegetables. Susan is helping. Aren't you, baby? You're such a funny baby. Are you mommy's good girl? You're a good girl. So, today I'm planting the vines, and we have a bunch of peppers all along here, rhubarb, strawberry, and then I'm gonna plant these today. I'm gonna get these quick into the ground. I probably should have wore some other shoes. Oh well. Look at Susan, she really enjoys being out here helping mommy garden. Nope, we're not bearing anything in the garden we shouldn't.